to Dudes with Do. I'm Josh.
And I'm Shae.
Today we wanted to talk about a very simple thing. That's when you break the rules. Like when you're supposed to do an opening normally, and then you just completely screw it up.
Yeah.
That's where you have to take another take. That's what.
But we're not gonna do it because we're breaking the rules.
Yeah, we're breaking the rules today. So normally in that situation, you break the rules, and you don't break the rules. You restart. But we're breaking the rules today. What we wanted to talk about was. Well, what I wanted to talk about, I don't know about you, but I want to talk about is is it better to break rules? I mean, there's the whole idea of glitching through things. We got off the phone with the Blind Bandit.
Yeah.
He was talking about glitching through a wall to get something done. Is that a better thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it a good thing? Does it make video games or board games better?
I think they do, generally.
I think generally bending the rules makes a game a little better.
Yeah, when you have, perfect example, Crash Team Racing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that game because of the glitches.
Yeah.
The main game itself, not glitchy at all. Perfect, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you play it like you're supposed to, you really don't notice anything.
But there's some things that just look a little fishy. You're like, huh.
I wonder
if I use the nitro boost on that, will I jump over it?
Yeah, I wonder if I go the opposite direction and then hit the jump just right, if I'll skip a whole portion of the map.
Yeah.
And that would what would be called phasing or glitching through to make something a little better. And technically breaking the rules.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the rule book, it's
Da
not
rules.
exactly Da rules, big book. If you look at it, it's not laid out word for word. Don't do that. But you're not supposed to go the wrong way. That's wrong. You're supposed to stay on the track. You're not supposed to skip over the track, over the sensor, and then onto the next part of the track.
I thought those were rules. I thought those were just suggestions.
Where we're going, we don't need rules. But, it is what it is. I mean, so, does it make it better? I don't know. Personally, we're going to have a little discussion here. Let's just start with board games.
Okay.
The biggest board game of all time. Monopoly.
Oh, boy.
I'd say 95% of people who play Monopoly do not play it per the rules.
I have no idea how to play Monopoly per the rules.
It's very strict, and it's very cut and dry.
Yes.
You roll. If you land on a spot, you can either buy it or auction it. There's no, I just decided I don't want it. Nobody gets to buy it.
Also, first way around, you don't get to buy anything.
Actually, that's not in the rules.
Not in the rules?
Nope.
Oh.
That's made up. I made it up with my family, too. It was a way for you to get around the board and to give the person who was in last place a chance at something.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It's not actually in the rules.
Huh.
As soon as you start going, you can start buying. Another thing is there's a set amount of money in the rules. If you don't follow that, you're breaking the rules.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, I want more money so we can buy we can buy more properties the first time through. I get it. I understand having more money. Rolling snake odds get you $1,000. Not the rules.
Nope.
Just a variation.
I'm not a big fan of that rule, personally.
My favorite thing that my family's done for ages is because the free parking space is useless.
Yep.
They would put it to where anything that you pay into the board goes into the middle of the board, and the board starts with $500 in the middle. Yep. If you land on free parking, that's your cash.
Oh, such
It's
a good rule.
a really cool thing, but not in the rules.
It really makes that space, free parking.
You want to land on it.
It makes it like the hot spot. Because sometimes no one lands on it, and it's like the end of the game, and there's like $5,000 in there, and you're like, all the 500s are in there.
Anybody lands on that, it's like they're going to win the game.
Yeah, just uh-oh.
If they have properties, they're building houses now.
Yes.
Another thing a lot of people do is they set it up to where you can build past the amount of houses that are available and just go straight to hotels just by paying out the money. It's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to build evenly, and then you're supposed to build hotels after you've built 4 houses evenly. So, let's say I get 3 in a row.
Yeah.
3 pinks.
Ooh, pink.
You have to put 4 houses on each of those pinks, and then once you've done that, then you may buy hotels. Now, if you're out of houses, you can't build anymore.
Nothing. Zip.
That is the main rule, and that's a strategy.
It is.
And that's the reason why they did it that way.
It is a smart rule, but when you're playing with kids or anything,
They don't understand that.
They don't want that rule.
Again, another reason why nobody plays by that rule.
Yeah, no one does. I like the rule now as an adult.
Oh,
yeah. It's a great rule.
It's a strategy rule at best. You're like, I'm going to phase everyone out.
Yeah,
I have 2 properties. That's 6 properties. 6 times 4, that's 24. All but 1 house.
Good luck,
I
everybody
can own
else.
them all. Good luck being able to build.
And then when you're like, oh, hey, I just bankrupted this guy. Hey, you see those yellows there? Put hotels on them. Shae, no. Put hotels on them. Now, you see those ones I just got from him? Put houses on those.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I just got, let's say I bankrupted Shae with pink and orange, and he happened to have the light blue. Well, I have 4 houses on each of orange. I only have 1 house available. You know what? I guess I'll go ahead and put orange hotels, and then I'll use those houses that I just took off to build on the light blue. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's what you can literally do by that. But that's another one of those rules that, like, no, I don't want to follow that rule. And I get it. We all get it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of a crappy rule. It makes the game kind of unfun. But it's a part of the rules. So, obviously, it's one of the most broken games as far as the rules go.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own variation. It's called house rules. House rules takes over.
Everyone has their own. You don't know what you're getting into when you go into someone else's house for Monopoly.
Like Uno.
Ooh.
Same thing. A lot of house rules in Uno. There's
There's-
a basic following. When you play Uno, it's straight up cards. You follow numbers.
Yep.
If you get a number that there's a number down, you can play that number no matter what color, or you follow suit and color. Or if you have a color, you can throw a draw 2 down, and that's it. The next person has draw 2, they lose their turn, goes to the next person. We play it to where even though you got a draw, you could then play after that.
That's how we
It's
play.
a little softer that way, and then we also played cutthroat some days, whereas if you've got a draw 2, and you have a draw 2 in your hand, and somebody puts it down, you can just keep stacking it.
+4, +6, +8, until you run out.
We also set it up to where if you had a +4 in your hand, you could also put that down. As long as it was a plus something, you could put it down.
And then the small baby cried.
Oh, so many times. There was so many times it was like 3 of us playing, and you could see it in everyone's face because they'd be like, oh yeah, I've just picked up 4 cards, and guess what they are? That person's about to get wrecked, but I'll wait. And then they would stack draw 2s. They would play other cards, and they just keep stacking draw 2s. And then, like, the guy would get down to, like, 1 card, and they'd be like, draw 2, buddy. And he'd be like, draw 2. Next time around, draw 2, buddy. Next time around, draw 2, buddy. And then he'd have that one moment where he picked up a draw. He's like, he's not going to get me again. Draw 2, buddy. Draw 2. That's draw 4 to you. Draw 6. Draw 8, buddy.
What?
No! That was how we played that. House rules.
You know, there was one time we did this, and this is the ultimate of cutthroat. You could stack them if you had them in your hand.
All of them together. Boom.
+6. Excuse me? +6.
Yeah, we did that once too. But then we realized it was a really bad idea.
Oh!
Because the guy got down to 1 and it was like, +12. Spread them all out. Oh man, it is +12.
Yeah, no. The moment you see +10, punches are flying.
Yeah. The only game I've never seen really the rules broken on is Life.
Yeah.
It's not really a game that you would want to break the rules. They've set pretty good.
Sorry
It's
is
fun
another
for
one of
everybody.
those.
Yeah, there's just a basic way. You just follow it.
Sorry!
So many times, like, oh, look at that. A 7. I guess I'm switching places with someone. Who could that be? Look at that. You're right next to my home there, Jay. No! And like you'd be like all the way just on the other side of his home.
Yep. I haven't played Sorry in years.
You remember that there's another game called Boggle?
No, I don't.
And then there was one called I can't remember the other one. Trouble. Getting into Trouble.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Trouble was the one you'd pop it in the middle and it would tell you how many spaces you could roll, and it was like the little suction cup spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played that one a while. Did you ever play Tiddlywinks?
Nope.
I did. That's the one where you push it and you try and land the little piece of plastic inside the cup.
You know, that reminds me of another one I had. It wasn't really a board game, but you had these frogs. And you had to push them down, and then and you had to land into the trees.
Yep. I remember that one.
Yep.
Board games were fun. I had a lot of board games.
We had a good amount, but my family was a board game family.
Yeah, well, you know. Also wasn't a movie family, so.
Yeah.
You know,
Or a TV family.
It is what it is. I mean,
It was a weird family.
at least you guys had dinner at the table, right? I mean, that's always cool. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't do that. So, moving away from board games, let's go to video games.
Okay.
And video games encompasses a lot of things. It encompasses consoles. It encompasses computers. It encompasses phone games. Breaking the rules on this situation can be fun. Also can be bad.
I love a game with customability.
Yeah.
Perfect example, Halos.
Oh, man, yeah.
Halo custom games is where it's at.
You throw on a custom game and have a great time. We had one year, we had it at the church, and we set it up to where there was 8 Xboxes. And we were all in on a LAN, and it was awesome. And there was all of us playing, and we even had a couple guys join from outside of the spot, join in on the computer, or via the internet. And we had a custom game that was snipers, which is always fun. And we set it on low gravity. We set it on super jumps.
Oh.
So when you jumped, it was like, whoa.
You flew.
I mean, you were up over where you could not be ever.
Yeah.
And you were up there shooting at guys. It was great. It was so much fun. And, obviously you get a headshot with snipers. It's amazing.
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah, we love it to where you can customize it. And this is where the rules aren't really a set in stone kind of thing. Where board games, it's like, this is how you're supposed to play this game. Or else it doesn't really work. Whereas with video games, they kind of have like a guideline.
Some games do. Like, for example, I'm trying to think of a game that could be actually set an example here. Wow, I've completely forgot what game I was going to bring up here.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah, actually, that's a great one.
Yeah, I mean, there is a set way to play it. You buy the car, you tune it up, and you race. Yeah. And you lower your time as best as possible. There's really not much creativity outside of that. I mean, obviously there's ways you can cheat and get some specialty cars or build it a special way.
You can crash into people like I did.
That would be NASCAR. NASCAR, you're supposed to follow. Everyone's supposed to make left turns. You play with two guys, and one guy goes the normal way, and the other guy goes the other way. Yeah. And you turn on to where you can destroy cars.
There's a reason why Gran Turismo wasn't my racing game. It was Need for Speed.
Yeah, Need for Speed way much funner. Way more fun.
Way better.
Yeah, I didn't do well with the Gran Turismo. It was way too professional. I knew guys who did Gran Turismo, and they were really good at it, but I never really got into it. I tried.
Yeah.
But it was way too difficult for a child.
Yeah.
But, that being said, NASCAR was a lot of fun going backwards. I was like, all right, Austin, you go that way, I'll go this way. Don't get hit by me.
Oh, so good.
Car pile-ups. Cars are on fire. And here he goes, speeding across the other side. I slowed down. Dang it! It was fun. And then you'd reset your car while the rest of them were all burning and being pulled off on the wreckage, and you'd try and hit him only. It was a lot of fun.
It gets fun.
Yeah. So video games kind of have guidelines, and you just kind of flow in and out of them.
A lot of video games nowadays know, hey, people like to goof off and mess around with their stuff.
See, in fact, Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
That is the ultimate goof-off game.
That is a very much goof-off game.
There is no real rules to Grand Theft Auto.
No,
It is, if you have money, you can buy things to do things.
Yes.
And that's it. Just do things.
Do things.
They have missions that you follow.
You can do missions, you can do races, you can do heists, you can do...
And you want to be that guy that just waits just long enough to where the guy starts to become visible in his mission, and then you come out of nowhere with a jet and just blow his crap up.
Yep.
You can be that guy. There's no real rules.
I mean, you literally are villains in the game, so it makes sense.
You are the bad guy.
Yeah, you are the bad guy.
I mean, you can kill anything.
Anything.
I mean, there is a spot in the story mode where there's cattle, and you can kill them cattle.
Yep.
If you want to do that.
Ultimate cow tipping.
Yeah. I mean, you can play golf. There's rules in the golf game.
Actually, pretty decent golf.
Not bad. I mean, it's not Tiger Woods, but let's just be honest, for a game that's not made for golf, did a pretty decent job. It's entertaining.
If you put that in 2003, 2002...
I mean, we're talking best golf games in the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, literally. So, I mean, it is what it is.
It is,
But, yeah, so there's these two lines. There's Gran Turismo style, where it's just very cut and dry. And then there's Grand Theft Auto, where it's like, do what you want.
Do whatever you want.
And then there's all the games in the middle. And then you got computer, which computer kind of gets broken fast.
Computer games like, hey, okay, we know you
What's
just made
that?
this.
There's a program involved?
You just made this game, right? Yeah, we just made this game. Don't worry about it. Can you give me the controls, the tools, so I can make new stuff with it? The game just came out. You haven't beat the game yet. I just want to add something new to it.
What do you want to add? Flying saucer.
Everything.
Flying saucer, dogs, rocket launchers. This is a game about farming, right? And oh, yeah. Also, I wanted to be able to suck up things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here you go. Whoop.
And now
Mods.
you've ruined yourself.
Mod tools.
And now this game is all about fighting.
And this game is broken.
It's now Tractor Racing 3.0. What's that one game? They literally you try and destroy each other on lawnmowers. It's a part of a different game, but it's a game mode where you get on riding lawnmowers and you smash each other. It's awesome. I've watched so many YouTubers play it. I was like, I want to play this so bad, but of course it's on computer.
I really don't know.
Oh man, I'm gonna show it to you later. I know exactly who has it uploaded right now. You can watch it, and he has the name. But anyways, that's besides the point. Once mods become available for a game, it becomes a different game.
Perfect example for this would be Dota.
Yeah.
Dota 2, or just Dota, was a mod in itself. Mm-hmm. It was a Warcraft mod.
It was set up. They had this one game that was, honestly, one of the better games in the years. It won awards. It was well known. It was well played. And then one day a guy was like, "What if I just did something else?
Yeah.
What if I just changed this a little?"
And then on that day,
everything changed.
The MOBA genre was born. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of them now.
So when we start talking about video games, especially on PC, breaking the rules is not exactly a problem.
No.
Usually breaking the rules creates something amazing.
Perfect. A game that's modded time after time. Mods created every day. Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Minecraft. Very, very open world. Very simple, though.
It's what they would call a sandbox.
Very simple what you can do. I'm sure you've all heard of it before.
If you're watching this channel.
Then the mod comes into play. Oh, hey, you want to go to space? What? You want to go to space?
This is a ground game.
You want to go to space? You want to fly?
We could do.
You want to make factories? Well, that sounds fun. Yeah. You want electricity? Yeah. I got your back. Here's a mod pack with 50 different mods. Completely opens up the game.
Completely.
You want magic? You want spells?
And then they changed the game to include that because it did so well. Like, yeah, worked really well. Let's just put it in the game.
Dual.
Okay.
And PC, you can dual naturally now.
Yeah. I mean, at one point in time, we got bored with the basic game, which, let's just be honest. Oh, I did it again. Said I wasn't going to do that as much. Anyways, the game itself kind of gets repetitive and boring after a while. I mean, the music is beautiful. Let's just, it's great. It's nice. It's very calming, relaxing. But at one point in time, we got so bored with the game, we all just went, let's build a roller coaster. And we built one of the most glorious roller coasters ever.
I'd ride it.
Oh, for sure. Of course, you would die on it, but...
I think with an accurate 1-to-1 scale of the accelerator.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, almost.
I think we actually also made a ramp off of it. You launched off of one side and
landed on another.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was great.
It was very good. And then we ended at one point and we went up and then you came down off a ramp and you went into the ground in the air and landed on a track inside the ground, pitch black.
It was good.
Of course, that one spot also spawned a lot of, other things that would get ran over.
We didn't think of that.
Yeah, we didn't think about it. And then we went, boom,
but then it became a way better feature.
And it was like, wait a minute, though. This is great. We just got to put some more rails down there that keeps us boosted after we hit it.
Yeah, yep.
But it was great.
It was great.
It was just the things you could do. Modding was great. And then, of course, that wasn't modding. That was just on PlayStation.
Yeah, that was just on PlayStation.
That wasn't even half of what we could have did if we were on computer.
At the end of the day, if you give your player base some power... They're going to use it.
Taking it, give them an inch, and they're going to get a mile out of it.
Perfect example, Black Ops 1 custom games.
Yeah. There's a lot of different versions of that.
I wish they would go back to Black Ops 1 custom game style. Oh, you want to go fast? How about 5 times the speed?
Yeah. How fast do you want to go, though?
Excuse me? 5 times?
I mean, you're a blur at this point, but we're playing one in the chamber, so...
Oh, you want to play Michael Myers? Okay, you have a...
Oh, so sweet.
So
much better that way.
You have 4 times movement speed. He has 5.
Yeah.
Have fun.
And by the way, nobody can hear each other.
No.
It's complete silence.
Because...
Except for the... as he runs by you.
The best part was, back in these days, PlayStation people here, we didn't have any party systems. So...
LAN parties.
You had to make sure you were on the game together. And if you're on the opposite team... here to talk to you.
Yeah. He's on one TV by himself over there.
So you just...
Everyone's watching.
Everyone's like, okay, guys, have you seen him? And like, no, I haven't. You just hear William just scream aside, ah!
And then, of course, Yakety Sax.
Yakety Sax himself pops out.
And everyone's running away. But it was great, because if you had headphones on, you'd be laying there in brush, because that's the best place to hide. And you'd hear... You're like, so close, so close. And you could hear guys as you were running by him. You're like, I can hear you, but he can't, right? You can breathe as much as you want. It's so scary.
Yeah, no.
You start spinning circles like, where's he at? Where's he at?
And the best part, Black Ops 1 had a... If you held a grenade over your head, or not flash grenade, you looked like you were a dead body. Yeah. So I remember one time, I don't remember who was the killer. I found someone that died, and I just hid their dead body.
Laid on the dead body.
And I just did this, and they did not see me until afterwards. I just popped up and like, where were you at? I was in a dead body.
Yeah. Yeah, once we figured out you could do that, you could lay inside of a dead body. Of course, now they take it to where the body despawns, but for a while back in the old games, the bodies would just stay there.
Until the next time you died.
The next round, or until you died the next time. So you see someone die, you're like, I'm inside the body.
I'm asleep.
And of course, if you ran by and you're like, I killed that guy.
Yeah.
You're not going to look at the body, because if you look at the body, then you'd get a red tag up. But, if you didn't care, you're like, I killed that guy. No big deal. I'm just going to keep looking. But yeah, there was a lot of times when it was like, he didn't see me. Or there was also times when you just laid down in the middle of nowhere, and it was like, oh, dead body, okay. Like, did I kill a guy? I don't know. I must have.
Yeah.
There was a lot of times like that.
Man, Black was one custom game. I think that's when we had. That was the peak of our fun.
That was the bending the rules situation. Yeah. Of course, when you look at sports games, when the rules are broken, it just gets horrible. It's not fun at all anymore.
Yeah.
We've seen that. We've seen it too many times over and over.
Yeah.
Breaking the rules in sports is just not fun.
It don't work.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason there's rules in sports. Of course, is too many rules a problem? Yeah, by far. When you have too many rules, people just don't know what to do. I mean, I was telling Shae the other day, like, we were watching a football game, me and my father, which we love football. And we look at the rules, and this guy makes a play, and we're like, I don't know what that was. Yeah. Like, that's not a rule I've ever seen called. And it wasn't. It was like, yeah, this rule hasn't been assessed in 15 years. You're like, why is it even in the game?
At that point, yeah, like, I'm a guy that if I see something's not being used, I'm like, let's just get rid of it.
That's a computer mindset. It's got to be. Because my dad doesn't really have that. And my grandma definitely doesn't. Pack rat situation. I have that because of her in me where I want to keep things. But as long as there's a use for it, I keep it. But for the most part, like when you're cleaning out a computer, you're looking through like, do I use that? When's the last time I used it? Last opened, last year. Boom, gone. Not using it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously if it's RAM or whatever, you're not going to do that. But, programs that you don't use anymore. I got the church computer and I emptied that dude. I mean, just sucked it dry of stuff that we weren't even using. And I still haven't taken everything that we're not using off of it. It's just one of those things. It's computer mindset.
I think the perfect example is now, it depends on stuff. Like back in the day when I had good internet and I could download something within 30 minutes, I deleted games I didn't play. Now I'm like,
I'm not going to delete that because the free downloading is horrible.
I'm like, if I delete that, I'll be downloading for 5 days. I'm good.
What's that? Killing Floor 2? I'll keep it. It's fine. And that's why you now have the external hard drive.
Yeah.
Because you just got to keep games.
I got to keep them.
Yeah. Eventually one day that won't be a problem. You'll be gone and you'll have a different internet system and it'll be fine. But until that day happens, there's things that are going across the top here.
Yes. Ooh, hi guys.
They snuck in behind your back. You weren't even ready.
No, I wasn't. You spooked me.
I ninja'd it. They crawled in. They all crept in. Anyways, but we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course we have a Patreon if you want to donate to us. Of course, if you start donating to us, we do things differently.
We do.
And then of course you get we do. You get a Discord as well, which is a place where you can talk to us live.
Hi guys.
We have all these coming up. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you subscribe, make sure the bell is on. That way you know when we upload.
And we're also on audio.
Right there. Yeah.
Right there.
Podbean, Spotify, and it's iTunes as well in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the little guy.
It's the audio sandwich.
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for us, we're pretty much everywhere podcasts are found. In fact, that's the audio land. That's where there's no video. We continue the discussion after the video. These are 20-minute videos we've cut down from an hour. We used to do hour-long videos.
Basically, everything we did in audio, on video has converted to audio. Mm-hmm. All of the rambles, all the scrambles, all the funny stories.
Yeah, the next part that you guys are going to miss out on is when we talk about times we broke the rules, which is what's going to be continued into the audio. So if you wanted to keep hearing that, you'd have to switch over to audio. Or if you already listening to audio, it's not even a big deal. It's like you missed it. I mean, literally, there's nothing that happened today where it was like, oh, there was visuals. It's just us. You can see us.
Hi.
And of course, obviously on audio, you don't get to have Lightly Food episodes. That's why we have the video.
Yes.
So there's a give and take on both. Ooh. But if you want to hear the rest of the audio, go to the audio. It's in the description. You can follow it. There's like 30-something audios on there. You can listen for hours.
We believe in you.
That's like a whole day worth of listening. Plus.
Just a little bit.
Because most of them are about an hour long. Yeah, but then you could be like, how many minutes was that video? Oh, that was 20 minutes. Oh, well, I'll just skip to the 20-minute mark and go from there.
Yeah.
So you really don't have to listen to an hour and 20 minutes. You can just listen to the rest of the hour, which is good. But for that, I'm going to say, for Two Dudes with Two.
And Lightly Food.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Shae.
How do you do?
I feel like going to custom games.
For sure. Breaking the rules, son!
Breaking the rules.